And welcome back to the TimConLAN 9 Diabotical dual tourney and its final playoffs. We are continuing with baksteen versus Vigur in round 2's first game. And after this matchup, we'll move over to Fierce versus Firebot in round 2's second matchup. First, we are playing Pavilion X. And until both players are ready, then we can start. We saw this map a fair bit yesterday already, and this is, I want to say, not as unforgiving as Axiom with the same pickups, in fact, because I think the blues are fairly close to each other, even if you don't have control over Mega and Red. But also Mega and Red are quite far apart from each other, pretty much on the opposite sides of the map. You have one red and one blue next to each other. You have one Mega and one blue pretty much next to each other. They're just having a bit of a warm-up game. baksteen, I think, just got in. I mean, he has played one game already in these finals. He played against Gaia. Gaia is now facing Minikiev in the loser bracket round 1. And the entirety of the loser bracket will be best of 1 games. Just single map. And then also Lolmi is going against Lupin in loser bracket round 1's second game. And it seems we are starting our game baksteen versus Vigur, starting on Pavilion X from baksteen's view. Picks up blue. Doesn't yet go for Mega. In fact, there it is, in fact. Gets the shaft first, then the Mega. Now baksteen sneaking around corners, probably trying to surprise Vigur. Vigur probably even heard the jump pad, but was also waiting for baksteen to perhaps be there. Now his armor is pretty much gone. Gets the first blue once again. Gets health pickups. At this rate, he pretty much wouldn't need Mega just yet. That would be something he'd fall back into. Vigur getting a lot of rocket damage. Implosion Weeball will come in. baksteen will still go down to Vigur. And challenge him on the next spawn. With a machine gun. Vigur will secure Mega for himself. Oh, look at that rail. On the highest platform, baksteen will go down for a second frag. And it's at the first minute to Vigur. Vigur now has Red in control. Picked it up 10 seconds later than Mega, so they spawn very much at the same time. baksteen now trying to control the higher side of Red here. Does quite a bit of damage to Vigur, but also baksteen losing all of his armor. Gets a bit of health, gets the blue. Vigur on lower ground, but still catches quite a bit of rocket damage. Even a direct hit and a rail to finish baksteen off for third frag. Very low on HP. Once again gets, I believe he got the Mega. baksteen goes down for the 4th time. Tries to rush the Mega down. Vigur, one blue behind him. baksteen pretty much has nothing but spawning health. Red has spawned. Vigur is pushed back. He has to concede Red to baksteen, but still tries to do some damage. Catches a bit of shaft from baksteen now. 41 was remaining. Barely misses the angle on baksteen there. 2 seconds to Mega. baksteen try to push Vigur down. Who's 5 frags ahead at this point. But now, a bit inferior with stack. baksteen has full health. Nearly 100 armor. Now even more than that. Now that he's got Red. How many rails was that in a row? Vigur nonetheless has done quite a bit of damage. Directed rocket will reduce baksteen's stack even more. Vigur at only 80 stack himself. baksteen barely missing him on the jump pad. He's steadily keeping that 5 frag lead, but he It's at a very awkward position with this stack, especially when baksteen has control of both Mega and Red, and now Vigur has finally been eliminated for the first time for baksteen. It's at a pretty comfortable stack right now. Ooh, and yeah, Vigur doesn't have much of an armor to work with, and not even health. Mega health won't spawn for 10 more seconds. Ice Rail. baksteen goes right after the blue pickup, right after Vigur. Ooh, and that shotgun blast will secure a frag. 5-2. Honestly, what a climb from Vigur here, but baksteen is slowly trying to retaliate. In fact, has done 2 frags already, now even putting more pressure on Vigur. He's got no armor, no blue will spawn for 5 seconds, and he's very low on stack. baksteen misses the rail. It's the second one. Gets 3rd frag, and the red. Mega has spawned for him. He's in perfect control between the major pickups. I was just looking for Vigur around places. Gets the blue. Oh, here's Vigur go through the teleporter. Gets a bit of rocket splash on him. 4.5 minutes have been played and 8 frags has already been scored in total. 5-3 for Vigur. He's kept the lead very steadily, although baksteen has made a bit of a climb here, and baksteen still very comfortable with the stack that he has, but he's still eliminated by Vigur and his massive rocket damage. 6-3, and now he's got control of red. Oh, but a bit of damage coming round the corner from the the first blue. Goes down to 2 HP from the shaft. 10, in fact, will be eliminated. Vigur, a bit ambitiously, tries to do a bit of damage to baksteen. In fact, baksteen has no more than just a mega health. No armor or anything like that. Vigur has the red. baksteen now extremely low on HP. Does quite a bit of rocket damage on the teleporter exit to Vigur. Vigur now picking up the first blue, coming back to the combat. baksteen only 63 HP remaining. Gets the second blue. 50. And even the mega. Pretty much the same stack as Vigur right now. Now he could be a bit more confident to combat here against Vigur. Vigur now railing, missing. Oh, directed rocket. And a bit more splash on Vigur. Now baksteen's time is to push here. Indeed he will, but he catches a bit of defensive rails here. And quite a bit of damage from the rocket, but he still manages to get the 5th frag. Only 6-5 for Vigur. Ooh. Quite a lot of splash, and he doesn't manage to get the mega. baksteen will take control of that right after fragging Vigur, and he still is going very low from all that rocket damage right on Vigur's spawn. Hasn't even been 10 seconds, he already has a rocket launcher spawn and deals that much damage to baksteen. A rail, second rail, teleporter exit by baksteen. Now Vigur could die to the 3rd or even 1st in a row. Doesn't matter if baksteen misses 1, he could still die. He missed. Vigur rocket jumps onto the higher level. Gets the blue. I think that was the heavy armor, and barely survived that, but not the shaft. When going to mega, and baksteen will still triumphantly control that. What is it now? 6-8. He's taken the lead finally. Picks up the red. Quite a bit of damage coming his way from Vigur. Vigur has no armor. Just to manage with even blues, but none of them have spawned. Oh, second rail will miss by baksteen. That would have been 9th frag for him. Finally, a blue has spawned for Vigur. He's only struggling with a bit of health pickups. while Mega's being controlled by baksteen, even heavy at this point. 3 seconds until red. My god, baksteen, how do you do that steamrolling? 9th frag for baksteen. And he picks up the red. First blue is up as well. baksteen would benefit from that if he got some damage from combat, but Vigur, I have no idea how baksteen just does that. It's the instinct that Vigur is always around the corner. Misses the rail. Vigur having only 50 armor and picks up that mega, and it's barely enough to kill baksteen. It's 32 HP remaining. Gets a 50. No blue armor will spawn in 5 seconds. Expect that this one will. First blue is picked up by Vigur. He's not doing much on stack. And baksteen still controlling heavy. Vigur will also fall back from the mega room. Tries to get the second blue as well. Catches a bit of shaft. baksteen. Oh, that damage on him from Vigur's splash rocket, but quite a lot. Still continues to do it. He's trying to maintain control and at the same time escape baksteen's heavy damage here. So on red, waiting for 5 seconds. baksteen may also be sneaking around the corner. Don't think they really... He didn't see Vigur over there. He was looking the other direction. Vigur now finally gets red. 5 seconds to Mega. Vigur here's baksteen over there. Teleporter exit. Rail will miss. Red. Now again in Vigur's control. Now he needs to make one hell of a push here, especially against baksteen, who has no armor but only health. Implosion Weeball push will fail by baksteen, and that will secure the 8th frag for Vigur. This has been one hell of a tight match. baksteen could die from even one reel. There we go. Finally picks up some health. Falls back to the Mega. Vigur securing a red once again for himself. Picks up the small health bubbles. Ooh. Jeez, where baksteen's going around. Ah, misses the rail. Had the angle. Didn't have the weapon out. Just red will also spawn in just a moment, and I think baksteen has secured it for himself. In the meantime, Vigur is trying to guard the Mega area. See when that spawns. Never mind, he's falling back. 19 HP. baksteen's rail, making lose all of his stack. It's a small health pickup. Blue armor, 50. It doesn't even pick up the 50 just yet. Doesn't want to give his position away. That may actually do just that. If baksteen is close enough, he's trying to listen to baksteen's movements here. Picks up the red. Teleporter entrance rail will miss. And it's golden frag for baksteen. He's ready to push Mega. He's ready to push Mega here. Vigur manages to get it. Here. Vigur manages to get it. It'll be tough. baksteen nearly at full stack. 8 to 9 in scores. Vigur going very low from a rail, even lower than that now. Blue will barely save his life. Oh, the rocket from above, and that teleporter exit frag will definitely seal it. That is what I call a game. That was full of action, tight like hell throughout every single minute that we watched. But baksteen still managed to do quite a climb from Vigur's, I think it was 6 to 3. Then baksteen went over that to like, I don't know, 6 to 6, 7 to 6, 8 to 6, and then Vigur slowly climbing, but baksteen still keeping the lead. That was an amazing match. Next map will be Bioplant. Of course, arena FPS are most of the time just strategic, depending on the real-time situation every single time. But it's the action that we're here for, and that last match was definitely full of action. Now starting Bioplant from baksteen's position. He's starting from the second blue. Jumps over to Mega. Gets immediately a directed rocket on Vigur. Surely mitigate his stack. Vigur still heals from the 50. Red armor has quite a bit of protection against a directed rocket as well. Vigur now only having armor, sorry, health to deal with. He can only pick up the second blue here. And now he's completely stuck in the red room. Cornered and slowed down by the trophy of Weeble. And that is baksteen's first frag and second frag inside the first 10 seconds from the last one. That will definitely make baksteen's position very strong here, especially now that he has control over red. Oh, encounters Vigur once again, very low on HP. Jumps over with the lift. He's around the pillar, cannot do much but to fight back on that very open room. Third frag for baksteen. He did get some damage. In the meantime, as also Vigur fought very strictly here. Ooh, baksteen going for the red. Vigur try to do some apprehensive rockets. One rail hit on Vigur. On the other side of the map, trying to look for baksteen, where he's at, how he's controlling things. Picks up the first blue. For Mega here, just in time. Doesn't get much of a benefit out of that. Which means Vigur could, even with that stack, after he had probably get the second blue, would do some damage. Or even without it, he already has gotten baksteen's armor very low. Ooh, one grenade will hit. If you have those rockets as well, few next grenades will miss. Second rail in a row by baksteen. Vigur has secured red for himself. Now baksteen, with that red gone, he has to rely on smaller armor pickups, and now he's only got Mega here, which is also contested by Vigur's grenades. Eventually does get it. Even gets red. Vigur now has control. Third raid on low by baksteen. Misses the fourth one. Rockets. Well, one single rocket does quite a bit of damage. Slowfield Weeball going into the left. Oh, directed rocket. Right below the lift. Put Vigur on very low stack. Caught a 50 and then maybe a 25 HP pickup. But that rail make him down to 30, even lower than that. I think he had to rocket jump or something because he was even lower than that. But now Vigur has red, albeit with very low HP. Baksteen has a bit of armor to back himself up with, but the blues that has Mega. Nice rail by Vigur on the teleporter exit. Also nice shaft. And now Baksteen's going for a bit of chase. Knows that red is up. I'm gonna fall back for that, he says. So that I can continue chasing him down. And he does that a little bit. Tries to ricochet shotgun. To no damage. Oh, and round the corner comes Vigur with no armor. And the next spawn is immediately going to be Vigur's very demised there. Is that rail on the spawn? That very spawn on that side of a map is devastating. Those rockets by baksteen though. Oh, sorry, Vigur though. Will mitigate baksteen stack a little bit. Second rail roll by baksteen. Any amount of damage from rail would frag him, but it didn't. Barely missed the angle on Vigur there. Didn't miss the teleport exit though. The rocket splash has secured Mega for himself with that. Vigur. Pretty good control over red. Doing quite a bit of damage with the rockets. Catching a bit of rail damage and will eventually go down. With only HP a stack after that bit of damage by Baksteen's rockets and rails. Slow field Weeball definitely crippled. It's 6-0 for Baksteen. Let's once again try to jump over to Mega. .300 stack Vigur. Just smoke Weeball there just for a semi-safe maneuver there. Blocks vision for Baksteen's rails. Does hit the second rail though. And it's very close fight between the two. Vigur goes down with its armor and goes eventually down to Baksteen's pincer as well. That will secure Baksteen. Another red. He keeps on controlling the major pickup so well. And now Vigur having the mega health stolen right in front of his eyes. That will be devastating, especially with the next spawn. Machine gun slightly reduces Baksteen's stack, but not by a whole lot because those blues will pretty much heal the armor up. Slow field Weeball will definitely slow Vigur down for a 10th frag in a row for Baksteen. And within less than a minute, unless Baksteen keeps on this hell of a streak of frags, it'll be golden frag for Baksteen. Vigur didn't even get red there. I think he might have just passed the area, but did not get red. Oh, Baksteen fiercely controlling the area and will eventually secure it for himself, but did catch a bit of damage. Now he's at 51 HP. Vigur though relies on a 50 and a couple blows. That's about it. That's all the stack that he can get, but he does get the mega. It's golden frag for Baksteen now. Vigur needs to get that control back. And somehow tie these frags. Because Baksteen has been going on for quite the streak with both frags and I dare say control with, especially the mega. Vigur has here and there picked up the red, but Baksteen's mega pickup or pickups have been quite enough for him to keep on controlling the stack. And air rail by Baksteen barely misses the second one on the doorway. And they're both in pretty equal stack. Mega again picked up by Vigur just 15 seconds ago, and nice rail by Baksteen. Second one will miss. Vigur will hit his own rail. Baksteen falls back to red. Vigur falls back to the blue armors. Once again tries to get good control over the mega, but Baksteen's already there. You're not coming here, he says. This is my area. Gets the mega. Gets so low on health. Vigur once again stuck in this pillar in such an open area that shotgun blast will surely finish him off. Truly a marvelous game by baksteen. Wow. That was definitely his matchup. First game was, I can probably tell if that was Vigur's pick because that was incredibly tight. Here, baksteen just absolutely steamrolling in this entire map. That the control over Mega and even the Blues occasionally did make quite a number, and the accuracy that he has with rockets and rails incredible. Amazing game indeed. So that is 2-0 for baksteen. He will continue over to the semi-final of the winner bracket. And the next game we will cast is the second game in round 2, which will be Fears and Firebot. We'll just get that game ready. And until we'll be back in a few minutes.